Hi everybody, it's Carrie Scroggins down in Texas. How are you doing today? I've had a couple of people reach out to me and ask me for an update on my CPRS and my interview with my doctor, and just to touch base. I haven't posted a video, an RSD video in a while. And so I just kind of wanted to give you an update on everything. So I am still waiting to hear back from my doctor as to when we're going to schedule this interview. It's still going to happen. I just don't have an exact date yet. But I'm excited about it because I do have my questions all ready to go, and I'm just waiting for the doctor to schedule a good time where he can give me a couple of hours to do this interview. So that's kind of where that is. We're just in a holding pattern. And then I've had a couple of people also ask me about how my weight loss is going. I'm in my 9th month now, and I'm down over 80 pounds. And I'm doing okay. Weight loss surgery is no joke. It is not only a massive surgery that you've got to recover from, which physically takes 4.5 months to physically just recover from the surgery and everything that they do to you when you have a bypass. I don't think the recovery time is quite as long for a sleeve or a ring, but I don't even think they're doing rings anymore because there's been so many complications with the rings. But I had bypass, and it is still the most successful long-term surgery for weight loss, and so I had that weight loss back the week of Christmas last year, and I'm down almost 85 pounds actually. And so my weight loss is phenomenal, and I'm doing great. I'm down 5-6 dress sizes, and I feel remarkably better. My RSD has come. I don't want to say it's completely better because that wouldn't be telling you the truth. I still have days where I am physically active, and I'm much more physically active now that I've lost all this weight. So it gives me the opportunity to do things that I love to do, yard work and projects in our house, and spending the day with my grandkids, and just being more physically active because I can now physically do it. When you carry that much weight around in excess, it's really hard to do anything. And so my activity levels have gone up. Now for me, and I'm sure it's for you this way if you're suffering with RSD, when you take your physical levels and you increase them, you have a tendency to get a higher return, if you will, on the symptoms of your RSD, or at least I do. When I am very physically active and I work, let's just say I work for a whole Saturday, I'm in the middle of building a koi pond next to my office, and my husband and I have been working on it for about 3 weeks now, and so it's every Saturday all day for 8 hours during the day. And when I'm done, I'm really struggling with my RSD because I'm much more physical than I was before. So I'm pushing my body more, and as a result I'm getting symptoms and pain levels that are higher. But overall, my pain is much less than it was when I wasn't active at all, physically. I would say that my pain levels have dropped at least 55 to 60%, generally speaking. And so the weight loss did what I needed it to do. I needed it to give me the freedom to get off my high blood pressure medicine and the other medicine that I'm on because I was carrying around so much weight. The complications that I've had from those conditions have definitely eliminated. Am I struggling? I'm struggling to eat. I can eat, but there are still a lot of things at 9 months that I'm still struggling to get back and eat. I do really, really, really good with softer things like stews and chili and soup and casseroles and those type of things. For me to sit down and eat a pork chop or a steak or a big sandwich, or it's impossible. 3 to 4 ounces is about my max, which I kind of relate that to a child's portion of spaghetti, maybe. um, and I'm eating more often, so I'm eating 5 to 6 times a day. And so I feel like, along with all the supplements and everything that I'm taking as a result of my surgery, I feel like I am much healthier. I'm not, of course, nearly consuming the amount of food that I was eating, and I'm not an overeater, and I never have been. My weight gain was from my RSD and the opioids that I've had on board for 16 years now. So, was my surgery what I needed? Absolutely. Would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again. Am I having some problems? Yes, I'm having some problems in that my recovery, if you will, to get back into kind of normal foods is taking a little longer than I anticipated. But I also had a complication of an ulcer that I'm not 100% sure is completely healed. My symptoms of that ulcer kind of went away in May, and as the summer has progressed, those symptoms have returned. So I feel like I probably have that back again, but it's just something I've got to regulate it with my doctor, because my insurance company is not real happy. Right? I've just had major surgery, and they've paid out a lot of money, so they don't want to approve anything at this point. But my overall health is markedly better, and it is definitely a surgery that I would be willing to encourage and support and endorse. If you are overweight and you are looking at needing a massive change in your life to get your health back where it was so you can live a longer life and spend it with your loved ones, then by all means, this is probably what you need. But as a responsible person, you need to do your research. You need to find out which is the best weight loss surgery for you. You need to get a good surgeon, which means that you need to do some research and then get some referrals. My surgeon, I had 3 referrals for my surgeon, and they all said the same thing. And now that I've been a patient 9 months, I can say the same thing too. I think that's really, really important to get a referral and get with somebody that's had the surgery that you're considering. And then you need to do your research and understand the cusp of recovery, and what I mean by the cusp is how it all changes from the day you have from the month before you have surgery, through your surgery, into your recovery, and then the subsequent month leading after it, so you know what to expect from a food perspective, and what you potentially can or cannot be doing in the time frame. Because if you're not informed and you haven't done your research, then you shouldn't be having life-changing weight loss surgery, because it is a complete, total change in your lifestyle, completely. And when they say that, and I'm going to admit that when I read that, I was like, how can that be? I don't understand. How can it be such a drastic change in your overall life? It is. And it changes so many aspects of your life. For me, they've all been positive, with the exception of a few things. But overall, my recovery and my results and my improved health absolutely outweighs the frustration and the problems that I have had. And I knew what to expect. So that has made it a lot easier for me. I did a lot of research. I spent 3 to 4 months on the internet reading talking to people that had had it, and just really making sure that I knew here what I was going to need to know to be able to have this surgery and then recover and be successful at the end of it. Because just because you have weight loss surgery does not necessarily mean that you are not going to put more weight back on. You have to follow the procedures. You have to follow what your doctor is telling you, because if you don't do that, then you might as well just not go through it, because it takes a team to get you successful and then get you to the point where you're recovered. I don't know that recovered is the right word. I think changed completely is a better way to look at it, and a better way to understand that your relationship with food changes the moment that you decide to have this surgery done. And it changes the way you interact with all the other facets of your life too, because in our society we do a lot socially that's around food, and that changes when you have this surgery, for sure. I was just at a vow renewal yesterday, and it was, I don't want to say it was difficult, but it was a challenge for me to just be able to sit down and sit at the table and eat what I could eat and not feel uncomfortable because I was picking apart my food and figuring out what I could eat and what I couldn't eat. Luckily for me, everybody that's well, not everybody, but the majority of the people in my life understand what I've been through, and so they don't look at me and go, "What are you doing?" But that can happen too. So there is a lot that changes when you have this surgery, and as long as you go into it being completely prepared, and you've done your homework, and you know what to expect, and you have a good support system, I think you'll do just fine. I am down almost 85 pounds, and I'm down 6 stress sizes, and I feel so much better. And most importantly for me, my high blood pressure is almost gone, and the pain that I experienced on a day-to-day basis is gone. And for me, if you've never had chronic pain like I've had for the last 16 years, having that not completely gone, because it's not completely gone, but having that, not having to deal with that on a everyday, hourly basis is worth the last 9 months, for sure, without a doubt. So, I very much appreciate you following me. I appreciate you reaching out to me and asking me, for an update. It has been a few weeks. I've had an awful lot going on, and I just haven't had the opportunity to take the time and do a video that I thought would be informative enough to answer your questions, and I hope it was. If it wasn't, please reach out to me. Leave me a comment on the video. Let me know that you'd like me to connect, and I will send you a private message, and then we can communicate if you are wanting more information or additional information about my surgery and my recovery. I do appreciate it very, very much. I know you are extremely busy, and I appreciate you reaching out. On this channel, I try to put a content out here that will help all of you successfully live your life the best that you can with the most success that you can. And for me to be able to share my experiences as a RSD patient as well as a weight loss patient, if I can give you some tidbits of information that's going to help you along the way, then I'm giving back, and that's very important to me. So I appreciate the fact that you've stopped by. Please leave me a comment, like and subscribe if you will. That really does help me. And make sure you hit that video button so you know the next time that I do post a video. I do post pretty regularly, not on RSD so much, but on my businesses and just life in general. And I appreciate the fact that you stopped by today, because we are all very busy. So God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful fall wherever you are. It's a beautiful week. We're definitely into fall, and I hope that the remainder of the week for you is phenomenal. So thanks for stopping by again today. Don't forget, make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I post a video. And I will catch up with you next time. God bless.